So, good evening, and for the continuous effort to give you a very proper guidance about your medical journey, we meet every Wednesday, Saturday, and Sunday, right? So, today is Wednesday, and what we shall be talking about today is because this is Wednesday, we shall be talking about two important things, that is, National Exit Test and the PLAB in depth. So, none of your doubts they remain as a doubt, right? We'll be talking about almost every part of the NExT and the PLAB exam. Hello, I am Dr. Bankim Jani, and in brief, I give my introduction. Did my MBBS DMRE post-graduation radiology with dissertation in MRI. Teaching experience of over 25 years, and more than 10,000 students. These are the degrees which are of IT international accreditations in information technology, right? And I'm into photography, fitness coach, and marathon and ultra marathon runner. Here are some of my medals, right? Divided into two parts because this is like these were the pre-COVID and these are the post-COVID medals. Suffered from COVID in a very bad way, but God's grace and because of love of all of you survived. And these are the medals. Recently ran 60 plus kilometers, and there were such two races, finished both of them, and that's it, right? So we are over here, and today we'll be talking about your entire medical journey to give you a very clear picture that what exactly the things are, where exactly you stand. See, as a medical student, but before that, let's say this is your 12th standard, right? After 12th standard, you appear for NEET, right? NEET exam. You worked very hard, and if scores are good, right? People say that go for government medical college, right? Their education is good, this, that, everything, right? No doubt about it, no worries. In case if the score is bit low, so then you need to figure out few options, right? Few options. But in your heart, it is sure that want to become a doctor, right? So here is the clear cut, very clear picture that previously it was like that once you go into the government medical college or other private colleges in India, education is good and they are always having a cutting edge over those who are doing MBBS outside India. So from this point onwards, we'll call that those who are doing MBBS from outside India, right? MBBS from outside India, they are given a term outside India. They are called as international medical graduates, right? But this is the thing which we want to clear. Till this point, the scenario was that those who are doing their MBBS from India, they were supposed to clear only one exam. And that exam was the exam conducted by their respective universities. Clear that exam, go for internship, right? Go for internship, and then go for NEET PG, and that's it. And then go ahead for the post graduation. Till this point, for international medical graduate, as they come back, they have to pass their exam into their respective university abroad. Then when they come over here, they have to appear for foreign medical graduate examination, FMGE. This was a big hurdle where so many students, they were not performing well, right? Why not? I'll be very blunt. I'll be very blunt. I've been to so many countries, been to Georgia, then Kazakhstan, Kyrgyzstan, you name the countries so many times, but I'll be very harsh that why it happens, right? And that's what we shall be discussing parallelly also, right? Crystal clear. Don't get a clear, true picture. So this was the foreign medical graduate examination. Not easy, right? But not so tough also. So I've seen students struggling and they clear the exam in one attempt or two attempts, but then that's not the end. Once again, after internship, right? After internship, they have to appear for this NEET PG, and then they go ahead with the post graduation. So this is a big loop, this one over here. So much time, effort, money, everything was getting used. I'll not say wasted. It was getting used. So surely someone who is passing on this track and someone who is passing on this track, right? Here he has to struggle. Definitely a red flag, and there was a problem, right? But still, students were doing it. Right? Now, from this year, scenario has changed. Whether you are doing your MBBS from India, or you are an international medical graduate, you are from any part of the world, from wherever you are doing MBBS, if you want to practice in India, you have to appear for what's called as National Exit Test. It's for everyone. Now, this is the best part of it. Now, the moment there is one single exam, so now everyone is on the same platform. So it's not end of the world कि चलो यार नीट में कम मार्क्स आए तो बस गेम खत्म. No, here you are once again with the same level of competition. Do the best work, and then you are into competition, back into competition, right? Where you might have thought कि अरे यार 12th के बाद we got less marks, and these are the guys, those who have got admission into Indian medical colleges, and now हम पीछे रह गए. No, not so. You are back into the track. You are back into competition, because from this point onwards, it's same for everyone. This exam, this national exit test, is same for everyone. This is exactly like the way we discussed, that is on Wednesday and Saturday and Sunday. On Wednesday, that is today, we'll be talking about national exit test and the PLAB. PLAB is what? PLAB is in case if you want to practice in UK, right? UK or Switzerland. Yes, this is the exam. In case if you want to practice in USA, so then there is one single lone exam that is called as USMLE, but it has got several steps. Steps 1, steps 2, CK, step 3. And this is what we shall be discussing on Saturday, right? And on Sunday, this would be like any questions. Any question of yours, anything you want to ask about medical, anything and everything you can. Plus, for the parents, because it is the responsibility of parents also, and if they understand it, then trust me, their kids, they work much better, they excel. So these are the things which we are discussing, which we are talking about every week, right? Audience keeps on changing, but the idea is to make you clear that this is like a marathon, right? This is like a marathon. Medical is like a marathon. It is not a sprint. It is not a short race, right? So in marathon, when you run to 42.195 kilometers, no one will give you the medal if you say, okay, I have run 41.9 kilometers. No, sorry, gentlemen, you can't get the medal. You have to cross the finish line. Same way, this is what is called as the finish line. You need to cross the finish line. Then and then you are called MBBS. Then and then there is a doctor written in front of your name. Then and then you can practice in India, or you clear your USMLE, you can practice in USA or any other country, right? So this is the thing. We want that you cross your finish line with a smile. That's why these discussions. I'll never say that these are the lectures, these are the discussions. So every year we conduct similar sort of activities. Last year we conducted several training sessions, right? All of them, they are available even on my YouTube channel, right? You'll be able to see that, right? Hundreds of lectures, they are on various subjects, basic subjects like anatomy. If you see even a single lecture of anatomy, you'll find that every part is dissected, compared with the graphical image, so that it goes into your mind and you understand the concept and you don't have to cram. Because trust me, all these exams, national exit exam or PLAB or USMLE, you can't cram. If you try to cram, you are killed. because these exams, they are designed in such a way that they really check what's called as your fundamentals. Your fundamentals should be strong. You just can't cram. The weightage of that cram material has been reduced to less than 10%. Bus, that's it. More than 50% is diagnostic. You're given a case and you diagnose. But when you do it, when you clear it, right, there'll be deep satisfaction. You'll be respecting yourself. That's the purpose. Because all these USMLE or PLAB, they are called as competitive exams. Competition is like that type of competition where you are actually practicing. Though the cases are dummy, but you'll feel that heat. Yes, this is like a real exam, right? So last year we conducted training sessions on anatomy, physiology, cardiology, then biochemistry, right? So many subjects. And every time, whenever you'll be with me, whenever I'll be teaching you anything, right, it would be exactly in this fashion. I'll write. I don't mind writing the same thing 10,000 times. But the idea is it should go into your mind so prominently that even at any point, if a question is asked, you should be able to answer it. Right? Otherwise, PowerPoint, I always say it's a killer. It's a creativity killer. Right? So I'll never be using PowerPoint. And then whatever the files when we write, right, in case if you want, right, they are available to you. In the training sessions, so all the files I have given the Google link, right, Google Drive link, so you can always download it from there, so that you don't have to write when you are watching the content and when you are watching the session. Just watch it, understand, right? That file is always there. You have to see that session only once you have seen it, along with all the graphics, everything whatsoever I have written, that is available to you in the form of PDF. Then what you do, when you see that, you'll start recollecting the entire topic. I have given even the memory path also. If I say, right, it happens like we study so much, but even on the last day of the exam, that dark night, right, that deadly night, just before the exam, right, we study, and then we go and we appear for the exam. What if someone tells you don't have to study on that last night? No, that's problem, you know. If you follow this method, there won't be any problem, right? I'm very proud of my father. Just before exam of 12th, right, the day, one day before, I told my father, Papa, chalo, movie dekhne, right? He said, no problem. Imagine, he showed me Spy Who Loved Me, 007 James Bond movie, right? Jabardast movie. And it was a night show. Next morning at 9 o'clock, there was exam, right? But he said, no worries, beta, right? If you have finished your subject properly, we can. And we went. So that's what I want, right? There'll be so many things which parallel as we'll meet, we'll keep on discussing, including what's called as the super reading. Super reading. Even these sessions, they are onto my video channel, on my YouTube channel. On this super reading, we can even conduct it live also. Something which really improves your ability to understand the subject. That is what is called as comprehension, right? And something what is called as the speed reading, where you can increase and improve your speed. So when you have got both the things, the advantage is that you don't have to cram. And another big advantage, as we'll be discussing all these competitive exam, in PLAB or in USMLE, right now it is not into national exit test, but they are very much keen on your communication skills, right? Communication skills. They say that as a doctor, you should be able to talk very fluently because you are dealing with a real live human beings, right? So that's why in PLAB or USMLE, those communication skills, they are definitely tested. So why not to develop that thing right from the beginning? And those super reading is something which improves your oratory, which improves your speaking skills, and it improves it in such a lucid way, such a fluid way, in such an easy way, that never ever you'll be cramming anything, Whatever the things which you want to discuss, they will be coming one after the another automatically, right? You will never fumble like, oh, no, no, nothing, nothing. Things will come absolutely smooth, right? So that's the biggest of the advantage. It improves your oratory, your public speaking skills. Now, as a medico, if you can do this thing, what else you want, right? This is our intention. This is what we want. That you should not be just बस एक दिया डॉक्टर लिख दिया. No, you should be a proud doctor. You should be proud of yourself. And that's what we want, that you clear all these exams, you reach to that international level. Anything if you want to ask at any of the point, don't worry, right? Chat is open. You can always ask. And over there is the number. So you can even contact on WhatsApp. Okay. Acha. I'll give you the email address also. It is so thoughtful. Say I made it like till you are MBBS. So in other words, till you are MBBS, we are with you, right? So that's the email address, and you can send email even on this. Idea is questions, your any of the query, it has to be solved. No doubts, right? Okay. Now let's start with what's our plan for today. Why we are insisting that you will be appearing for this national exit test? Because ये एग्जाम तो अभी बहुत टाइम है, बाद में आएगी, right? If you are into first MBBS, ये तो बहुत बाद की बात है. For medical, my friend, just remember this one sentence, just one sentence, if not more. Days in medical, days are long, right? Right from the morning, right? You'll be working so hard. रात होते होते you'll feel like boss थक गए. But the years are short. You might not even realize when the first semester is over, when the second semester is over, boss exam आ गई. And then suddenly you feel कि वो time ही नहीं है. So trust me, this is so true. Many of my students, right? They say कि सर थर्ड ईयर में आ गए, पता ही नहीं चला. And then they retrospectively see, तो they say कि अरे there is so much of problem. ये नहीं आता, वो नहीं आता. Reason, right from the day one, work hard, work systematically. I don't want rabbits, right? I don't want, you know that race of rabbit, कछुआ और खरगोश, rabbit. I don't want rabbits. कि चलो फटाफट खत्म कर दे कोर्स. No, I want आराम से धीरे धीरे चलने वाला tortoise. आराम से, no worries. But the speciality of this is consistency, right? He'll be working consistently. So if you can work consistently, my guarantee, you won't be facing any problem in any of your exams, right? Whether it is your university exam or it is any of these competitive exam. But be very clear that what you really want to do, and then start, no looking back, right? नीट में कम मार्क्स आए तो वी गो फॉर अदर ऑप्शंस. अरे दोस्त, वाई, राइट? व्हेन यू आर प्लानिंग फॉर गोल्ड, तो देन टेक गोल्ड. यार सोना खरीदो, पीतल क्यों खरीदते हो, राइट? डू इट. डोंट गो फॉर एनी ऑफ द ऑप्शंस. कर रहे दिस इज, वी डू दिस एंड दैट, राइट? आई डोंट वांट टू गिव एनी एग्जांपल्स कि ऑल दोज ऑल्टरनेट थिंग्स. नो, go for the medical. Yes, do it, right? You are born to become a doctor, and it really pays you so nice as you'll proceed in your life. You'll see the importance of it, right? When you'll start saving life of so many people, you'll be at least happy with you, you'll be satisfied with you. So that's the reason this exam is going to come after 5 years, but we'll prepare from today. We'll prepare it from today. है ना? Because see, say for example in World Cup or even in this, say, cricket, World Cricket, or any of the Olympics, right? In Olympics exam, what we see is we see the finished product, right? We see the finished product. ऐसा तो है नहीं कि right they'll say चलो team of Olympics, right? Swimmers team, pick up few of the guys जो भी घूम रहे हैं पकड़ के भेज दो, right? It's never like that, right? They have to go through that very strict, very rigid, very disciplined practice. So then why not in MBBS? Why do we see that those seniors they are telling the juniors कि अरे चलेगा चलेगा अभी मजे करो, अरे गाली नहीं बोल सकते यहाँ पे, right? That's why I'm not speaking. So it is like if and yes I have come across such people and I was very blunt in front of them कि यार खुद की जिंदगी खराब की दूसरों की क्यों करते हो. So you are master of your own fate, right? अपनी किस्मत के you are the master. So else it is very easy to go downhill. फिसलना बहुत easy है, right? Never do that. And that's why, see, we are giving you our emails, our contact numbers. Talk to us. It happens that sometimes you might be frustrated. Sometimes you might feel like यार तकलीफ हो रही है, home sickness है, all problems. Speak of, talk it out, and that's the reason. See, I get dozens and dozens of emails every day, but yes, I do spend some time answering all of them. Right? Very rarely it must have happened that if any of the mail is not answered. In case if I miss, you are always welcome to send it again or remind me. Right? I reply. Okay. So that's the reason. This is clear that why we are, because this was one of the email कि सर अभी तो बहुत देर है एग्जाम में. हाँ देर है, इसीलिए that's why we are preparing. Right? The preparation of next Olympic, it starts immediately after completion of current Olympics. They don't say कि अभी तो 4 साल की देर है. No. Every day counts. Right? So this is one. Your time and your money, they both are important. They both are important. We don't want you to waste either of them. Don't waste your time and don't waste your money. Nothing. Right? Work very, very sincerely. Bas. Sincerely and consistently. I have not used the word work hard. No. It is not hard work. It's a pleasure. Right? ये medical की पढ़ाई is a pleasure because you can do so much of cheating. Huh? When you are studying anatomy, right, you don't have to close your eyes and imagine, अरे आपका हाथ है, right? You just figure out कि अच्छा which muscle is this, right? Which artery is going over. So you can always watch your hand, you can always watch your leg and figure out कि अच्छा this is how the muscles are. So it becomes much easier. Okay? So it is not hard, but it's a pleasure. It's a pleasure. It's a very happy feeling to learn all the medical sciences. And then you'll start thanking the God that what a wonderful thing He has created. Okay. So in this national exit test or the national or the NExT, right? National exit test, or lovingly called as that NExT. This exam, it is divided into two parts, right? Two parts. Exam 1, exam 2, or the national exit test 1 or the national exit test 2. Now see, this first one is theory and this second one is practical. Right? First, I'll be giving you clear differences between both of them. This exam you will be appearing after your third MBBS. After you have cleared your third MBBS, this is the exam which will be coming up. Well, this exam is theory, but it will be with the score. You will be given a score. What about practical? After this exam, you will be going for internship. Internship of 1 year. Very important, right? And then would come the step 2 exam, which is practical. And in this practical, once you do it, right, you will be asked about all those your clinical skills, right, clinical skills. But in this, how will be the result? Yes or no? Pass or no? Pass, that's it. Go ahead for the post graduation admission, PG admission. But on what grounds? On the basis of the score of step 1. That's why this first part is important. Second part is important because you need to clear it. And if anyone wishes to know, at this point of time, I don't want to go for PG admission. I want to do medical practice. Yes, gentlemen, you are now an official doctor. You can, right? So you are allowed to do medical practice in India, in any state, any city, any place, wherever you like. That's right. You can write very well with honor doctor and your name, right? This is the basic difference between both of them. A very clear basic difference. Okay. So this is how things they go. Is it compulsory? No doubt about it. This is a mandatory exam. Mandatory. Compulsory. Compulsory for, that is if you want to practice in India, right? If you want to do medical practice in India, or you want post graduation, you want to do PG admission, you want PG admission in India, this exam is the boss compulsory, right? No doubt about it. Will this exam be comprising of MCQ questions? Yep, it would be medical MCQ questions, multiple choice questions, but I'm not telling that they'll be one liner, right? They can be across several tabs. It is like sign symptoms be given, right? Then the treatment would be given, then there'll be few images, then you have to compile everything and you have to figure out that what is missing, and then you have to finish it, right? So that is the sort of multiple choice questions, but not one liner, not necessarily one liner. There might be few. Then there will be few LAQs, long answer questions. There will be few short answer questions. So it's all combination. It's all combination, right? Long answers, short answers, everything. What if someone fails? Don't worry, right? The number of attempts, truly speaking, no restrictions. No restrictions. But it is expected that one should pass within 10 years of joining MBBS, right? So pass within 10 years, right? 10 years of joining MBBS. Now, this is quite reasonable, right? Let's not spend time on discussing this part, right? It's reasonably good enough time. So how this exam is organized, right? So this is national exit test. It would be spread across 3 days, right? This is, I'm talking about national exit 1, right? So this is first exam which we are talking about. So in this first exam, which will be spanning for 3 days, right? Now this particular exam, the total 540 questions would be asked. You have to answer 540 questions. This exam is conducted once every year, right? Passing is 50% passing, right? 50% passing. So this is the type of exam. This next two, right? That is in which there is clinical and viva type of thing, but we'll come to that. Let's start with this next one. As I said, there would be day 1, there would be day 2, and there would be day 3, right? For the ease, what I done is, yeah, it is there, right? So I'll just first explain. It is divided, every day is divided into 2 parts. Pre-lunch, right? Pre-lunch and the post lunch. Right, just for clarification, they don't give lunch, right? So lunch will not be provided, right? Get your own lunch. Yeah. So there would be pre-lunch and the post-lunch. Pre-lunch is a 3 hour exam, 3 hours exam. Post-lunch is half, that is 1.5 hours exam, 90 minutes exam. Same thing for day 2, same thing for day 3. Why so? In pre-lunch session, there would be one major subject from final MBBS and then there will be few allied subjects. So main subject, and plus allied subject. So let's see it practically, that what exactly are we trying to understand. So here is the day 1 national exit exam, day 1 pre-lunch session. So this medicine, right? Medicine. So this medicine is considered as a prime subject, main subject. This is the subject of third MBBS, right? Third MBBS or the final MBBS. Dermatology and psychiatry, they are the allied subject. Allied subject. 3 hours and you will be asked 120 questions. So it is like 40 questions per hour. So truly speaking, what you are getting is about 1.5 minute. You are getting 1.5 minute per question. So with that pace, things move. Then there would be lunch, right? Your ghar ka khana. And then the post-lunch session in which there is pediatrics, only pediatrics. That would be the subject. 90 minutes, right? 90 minutes and 60 questions. This is day 2, day 1. Day 2, this is when the surgery comes into picture, right? And orthopedics and anesthesia. That's how, that's 120 questions, 3 hours. So that comes to 40 questions per hour. And then lunch, then the post-lunch session. This is with ENT, same style, 60 questions, 90 minutes. So once again, it comes to 1.5 minute per question, right? And then we have got the national exit exam, day 3. So in day 3, this is obstetrics and gynecology, right? Along with radiodiagnosis or the radiology. And 3 hours, 120 questions, right? Very, very important. Post lunch, ophthalmology, 90 minutes, 60 questions. So that ratio of 1.5 minute available for every question holds good and true for all the days, for all the sessions. Yeah, this is what we talked about. No, we haven't talked about this. The exam pattern, we talked about this part, right? Recall is what? Rattafication. Simply ratta, right? You just cram, and gone are the days, right? Within guy. This is only 10%, even less than that. Otherwise, problem solving 60%, comprehension and analysis 30%. These two, they are all based on the concept of diagnostic evaluation. What is your ability to diagnose, right? That evaluation, diagnostic evaluation, that ability is tested, right? So this is the exam pattern. Once you clear this, right? This is, we are just repeating a small part, national exit 1, right? You will get a score. That score is full and final. Appear for internship, come back, appear for NExT 2. It will be sort of clinical viva, right? The reply is in the form of pass or fail. Pass, go for PG admission, proceed for PG admission, depending upon your score. Which score are we talking about? This score. Score of national exit 1. That score will fetch you the post-graduation admission. Now over here, it won't be considered whether you are you have passed your MBBS from India or you are an IMG, International Medical Graduates. No, everyone is same at this foot, at this level, right? So crystal clear, right? Anything if you want to ask, you can always ask, right? There is nothing like कि चलो बाद में. No, you can always ask anytime. National exit test 1, 2, you have cleared. Unfortunately, you feel like नहीं यार, इस बार एडमिशन नहीं लेना पोस्ट ग्रेजुएशन. Will try next year. You can because its validity is 3 years. 3 years. So you can plan. But within 3 years, so then you have to either you take the admission into post graduation or you have to start with your practice, right? But yes, you can keep on trying for the medical admission, because the validity is 3 years, right? Reasonably good. One more important thing. See, the question which usually comes, is it tough? Is it tough? Depends on your preparation. Why such an answer? Depends upon on your preparation means what? ऐसा थोड़ा ना होता है ना? Sometimes we feel like no, it cannot be like that. This is human psychology. Remember when you were in 8th standard and कोई 6th standard का बच्चा आके आपसे पूछता था कि अरे भैया एग्जाम है हमारी, तो यू यूज टू से अरे 6th की एग्जाम, उसमें क्या, हमारी एग्जाम देखो 8th की कैसी होती है. When you came in 10th, you found that these 8th standard kids, उनके तो मजे हैं, कितना कम पढ़ते हैं. When you come to 12th standard, you feel like that yeah, 10th was a bliss, right? So easy. Same thing will happen. When you will be in medical, you will feel यार 12th में तो कुछ था ही नहीं, इतना easy. As you clear first MBBS, you come to second MBBS, you come to third MBBS, you clear your exam, you come to post graduation, you will feel like अरे फर्स्ट ईयर में हम ये पढ़ते थे, इतना सिंपल. दोस्त, things which we cross, they become easy. मुश्किल वही होती है which is current, which is present. That's the problem, right? In Viva also it happens like we always know the answer of that question which is asked to someone else. मतलब तकलीफ तभी होती है when the question is asked to us and we feel like ये टीचर को पता कैसे चला कि out of all those topics ये टॉपिक मुझे नहीं आता था और उसी में से क्वेश्चन आया. That's why they are teachers, right? But the jokes apart, the thing is, well, these exams are good, right? Will not say they are tough, but definitely they challenge you, right? They challenge you. These are the challenging exams. Otherwise, what happens? Will patient come to you and straight away say that, sir, I think I got intussusception, right? Straight away, let's go for first the conservative therapy, and in case if it is not successful, we go for the surgery, right? I'll tell you the incisions also. Now, thanks to Google, you come across many of such Google babas, right? They come up with such crazy things. But in Google, if you go for that reasons of headache, first thing, bomb explodes, right? Tumors. And it happens like that. But say, when you are dealing with patient, it is completely different thing. So that is what is taught by these exams. So this is the exam, what's called as the National Exit Test. This year, there would be the first batch will be appearing for this National Exit. First batch. So by the time when you will be coming into, say, this level of appearing of National Exit Test after 5 years, right? By that time, this exam will be very much matured. right? Everything would be very properly streamlined and you'll enjoy giving this exam. On to our second interesting topic, short but very interesting. Reason, Switzerland comes. Want to practice in Switzerland or want to practice in UK? The exam is PLAB. PLAB. PLAB is, now see, it is professional. So far so good. And linguistic. What is that linguistic? Your ability to speak, right? Assessment, board examination. So that is PLAB, PLAB, right? Professional and linguistic assessment board examination. So want more detail? gmc-uk.org. uk.org, you will get the info. But I'll brief you about all the concepts in very simple words. So this exam also, it is divided into two parts, right? Simple. Part 1, part 2. Part 1, in which there would be 180 multiple choice questions. 180, right? You'll be given 3 hours, so that means one question per hour. Things would be going pretty fast, right? This is scenario based exam, so it is, you have to actually watch the scenario, diagnose, and then you have to clear this exam, right? The charges about 239 or 240 pounds, right? 1 pound is 102 rupees, so this comes to roughly 25,000, right? So not a small exam, even from money aspect. The day 2, it is called as OSCE. In other words, clinical exam. Just एक नया नाम दिया है, right? Very fancy name. Objective structured clinical, right, exam. For us, it is like Baba simple clinical exam. But this exam, it includes, it is like simulations are given. It is called a simulation, right? Any one of you into games? Well, I play games, right? My score in Need for Speed NFS, it is very good, right? And then in Apple game, Jetpack Arcade, right? The second version, I'm into top 0.01% of the top players, right? And the flight simulator, right now, because this is green screen, so you just can't see the things, but otherwise in flight simulator I got the entire cockpit, right? So yes, I love playing games. All these are very fast, very interesting games, yes, to play, right? No harm, but fixed time, right? Not more than half an hour a day. That's where this simulation comes. So here the simulations, they are like real simulations. You'll be asked 16 scenarios, 16 cases, 16 scenarios, right? You'll be given 8 to 10 minutes per scenario, So all these things, they are like a game, right? Time-based game, and then you go ahead with that, right? Result is in the form of pass or fail, right? Pass or fail. So there are no scores. So no scores, right? Just pass and fail. So you pass, great, and go ahead. Welcome to UK. You can practice, right? But yes, again there is but. This is for medical knowledge, है ना? उसके लिए तो this exam we talked about. They say, nahi, wait. Your English should be good. What about testing your English language or your English knowledge? Simply, they say, go for IELTS. Go for this exam. So IELTS, yes, IELTS, this should be the first step. After that, you go for PLAB 1. And then you go for PLAB 2. That should be the order. And in IELTS, you should be scoring at least overall 7.5. Overall. right? That should be your score. Now you know that in IELTS there is a speaking section, there is a writing section, then there is listening, right? And hearing, listening is hearing, listening, speaking, writing, and there is one more. I don't remember. There is one more section. So overall, there are four sections, right? There are four sections. Four sections. Your overall score should be 7.5 minimum. Speaking, writing, listening, and individually you should be scoring at least 7 plus in all the four sections. In all the four sections, you should be scoring at least 7 plus. So it's like if someone has scored, say 8, right, overall. But in one of the section, say for example in writing, if he has scored 6.5 band, no, he is disqualified for PLAB. He is disqualified for PLAB, right? So that's why they feel like that you should be good at every level. Sorry. How come this thing slipped in my mind? I don't know. Anyway, just figure it out, right? Which was the fourth section? Acha. So that's the order. And another thing is, if someone has appeared for IELTS, right, scored good, so then the validity is 2 years. So this means that within 2 years, one has to appear for PLAB 1, right? One has to appear for PLAB 1. You can appear for PLAB 2 within again 2 years of passing of PLAB 1. And then you need to go for GMC registration. That also to be completed within 2 years. Right? It is just a process. So this is to be completed. Right? So that's how these exams they go ahead. Right? So that is what was for today. Day after, I think on Saturday, right, we'll be talking about USMLE, United States Medical Licensing Examination. We'll go for that. And this is where we'll talk about the step 1, we'll talk about step 2 CK, step 3, right, all those things will go ahead. And this fourth one was reading, right? So speaking, writing, listening, and reading. So these are the 4 1. Seminar for parents in Hindi. Why not? It can be. No problems at all. So maybe let's say on this Sunday, right? On this Sunday, we will be meeting at 11 o'clock in the morning, because that's the time which is comfortable to everyone. And sure, we'll be conducting this thing in Hindi. No worries. In fact, it's a good idea. But no doubt there'll be few words or few sentences in English. So it would be a sort of mixed thing, right? But mostly we'll keep it in Hindi. Fair enough. Anything else you want to ask? Right? You got the number, you got the email address, still you are mbbs@gmail.com. Anything and everything you can ask without any hesitation, right? Whether it is about your studies, whether it is about your future, anything and everything, right? No worries, no problems. Okay. All right. So thank you so much. Thanks a lot. And we meet again very soon. And thank you and sleep well. Bye bye.